Live from Southwest Florida's news source, this is Fox 4 News at 11.
First at 11, taking a look at radar right now. Mostly clear over Southwest Florida. So what's ahead for your long holiday weekend? Hi there, I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Amy Wegman, along with our chief meteorologist, Derek Beasley, who's got all the answers for your long weekend. Hey, Derek.
Hey, guys. A beautiful end of the week today with lots of sunshine across the area. But we are tracking a very small chance for some showers here in Southwest Florida for this weekend. This actually looks a lot worse than it'll be. And most of the rain, though, is going to be north of our area across Central and North Florida. But temperatures are not bad right now in the mid-60s. It looks like tomorrow morning into the middle 50s. We'll talk about how high those rain chances will be this weekend and what's in store for next week in your forecast coming up.
Derek telling us little rains ahead later in the week, and Southwest Florida could definitely use it to ease the dry conditions. Brush fires more likely to break out in these kind of conditions. The Florida Forestry Service and North Fort Myers Fire Department still trying to figure out what caused a brush fire last night. Crews say it started in an area of Brown and Evergreen Roads, not too far from Judd Community Park. The fire grew to about 3 acres. They did get it under control and no homes were directly threatened. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and tonight there is smoldering concern among people who live near those woods in North Fort Myers.
They want to know if a separate fire happening this week has anything to do with the ongoing sketchiness, as they call it, in the woods.
But 4 in your corner's Deborah Souverain hearing from a neighbor who has strong suspicions about this latest mysterious activity near her home.
Tammy Nemick leads me to the signs of trouble in the woods behind her North Fort Myers home.
Every step you take out here, there's beer cans. Cans there.
The beer and soda cans are just part of a bigger problem. She thinks this mess is part of a homeless camp. And she says she's heard people drinking and even worse.
You lay in bed and every sound you hear has you on edge because you don't know how close it is to the house.
And then this week, this happened. The flames getting within yards of her home, leaving behind charred trees and tires that are barely recognizable.
Yeah, this is nothing now. There's nothing left of them.
Fire investigators are still working to find out what caused the blaze. But Nemick suspects it could be linked to the people who hang out here.
Somebody was back here doing something they should not have been doing.
The last time 4 in your corner was out here, the sheriff's office told us they cleared the camp out with the permission of the property owner. But Tammy believes the troublemakers came back. I called the property owners.
The mailbox is full.
No luck, so Tammy is left hoping the property owners will step up.
Somebody somewhere has to stand up and say, okay, I'm responsible. Let's clean this place up back here and let's make it hard to get in there.
Deborah Souverain, Fox 4 in your corner.
Now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation tonight, and while there was an old mattress in that area and some debris, fire officials telling Deborah today that there was no evidence that there is currently a homeless camp in that area.
Burglars targeting cars and smashing windows outside a very popular gym in Estero. Thieves targeting the LA Fitness parking lot at Gulf Coast Town Center, stealing more than $700 worth of stuff. LA Fitness employees telling detectives that they noticed 2 suspicious guys in the parking lot right when the burglaries happened. Gym goers suggesting some new security measures now.
Having a security car drive around maybe like once an hour, that would be nice.
Maybe a camera out here or something.
Well, gym employee telling us they don't believe the gym's going to be adding cameras outside the building, but they do say security will be increasing patrols in the area.
Caught in the act, a burglar seen on surveillance video breaking into a local car dealership. Look at this. The crook smashed his way into Denny's Auto Sales on Palm Beach Boulevard. Look at him. He's sneaking through the desk drawers, and then he comes upon this. It's a safe. This burglar struggles to carry that thing out of the business, and then he used a bicycle to get away with it.
He drove off with a safe on his bike and drove down the middle of Palm Beach Boulevard. It was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. We just found it kind of humorous.
Well, that safe stealer is still on the loose tonight. If you know anything, if you saw anything, call Crime Stoppers. It's 1-800-780-TIPS. A Cape Coral man is accused of using his kids to forge fake prescriptions. Police say John DeMaria used his kids' names to get prescription drugs to sell. Police say a pharmacist is the one that tipped them off after noticing something suspicious was going on here. Investigators say he did eventually admit that his wife was printing out prescriptions so he could sell the drugs to family. He is facing fraud and drug possession charges.
A warning before you answer the next knock at your door. Scam artists going door to door trying to get your hard-earned cash. Lee County Sheriff's deputies say the thieves are using tactics of persuasion, sympathy, threats, and empty promises to get you to buy into their schemes. A reminder that home solicitation is illegal without a permit. A woman calling herself a home health worker accused of exploiting a dead woman. Gloria Kleiss is now charged with exploitation, grand theft, and dealing in stolen property. She was living with a woman named Patty Hayes until Hayes died in November in East Naples. That's when investigators say Kleiss stole 89 pieces of Hayes' jewelry and pawned them, making about $5,800. Some neighbors say they saw Kleiss was wearing some of the dead woman's jewelry.
She said that she pawned $5,800 worth of jewelry for a dignified, decent burial. Another neighbor saw her wearing a beautiful diamond and ruby ring, and she said, oh, that was Patty's.
Hayes' surviving relatives coming to Naples from up north demanding Kleiss return the money and move out of the house. She'd been squatting there, they say, with her boyfriend. The family had to pay almost $600 at the pawn shop to get all that jewelry back.
Struck by a car and thrown 10 feet in the air.
A Naples man barely surviving a hit-and-run crash. And now, nearly 3 weeks later, the person who hit him still hasn't been brought to justice. 4 in Your Corner's Adam Pinsker trying to get some answers in this case.
Avid walker Chuck Tebow now spends his days getting around on this scooter. His ankle was nearly severed in a hit-and-run crash at the corner of Park Shore and Creighton Drive.
Never saw the car, nobody ever beeped the horn.
Chuck was crossing Park Shore and Creighton when he was hit right about here at this median. He says he never saw it coming.
Suddenly I was lifted in the air and thrown down the street and landed in the middle of Park Shore Drive.
A witness helped Chuck until paramedics arrived, but could only give a vague description of the car.
This fellow did not get the license plate number because he saw the woman starting to stop and he assumed that she was going to continue to stop, get out of her car, come and find out what happened.
Chuck says he's not angry, just disappointed the driver didn't stop after hitting him.
People stop in the middle of the street if a squirrel gets run over, or a dog or a cat or something like that. And here's like a human being that is, I'm not big, but I'm certainly somebody you can see.
Chuck misses his daily walks and would rather not use a knee scooter, but he's thankful.
It could have been a heck of a lot worse. I could be hanging in traction somewhere for 6 months.
Chuck says Naples police haven't even interviewed him yet about the crash. We reached out to Naples police about the investigation, but have yet to hear back. Reporting from Collier County, Adam Pinsker, Fox 4 in Your Corner.
4 in Your Corner learning more tonight about security measures in place after a shooting near a popular after-school complex. Yesterday, a man was shot near the corner of Paldo Street and Edison Avenue in Fort Myers and then ran into the Stars complex for help. A City of Fort Myers spokesperson telling 4 in Your Corner that the Stars complex is secure and there are procedures in place to keep the kids safe.
They have steel doors that can't be opened from the outside, access to bathrooms, no visible windows. So there's 2 areas within the complex that have been identified as being very safe for students in a situation like this.
Now, the spokesperson who you just heard from also says there is often a police presence at the Stars complex, or at least very close by.
Imagine you're just working on your laptop, la-di-di, and suddenly the whole thing burst into flames.
It kept going boom, boom, boom.
Boom it went. What the flames damaged and what investigators think is to blame.
A man kicks a toy into a little boy's face on purpose. Why police say he can't get in trouble.
There has been talk that President Trump is considering using the National Guard to round up illegal immigrants. What the White House is saying about that tonight. You're watching Fox 4 News at 11.
Let's go live now to the breaking news traffic.
Reporting news as it happens around the clock.
Please avoid the area
with advanced digital news tracking tools. On air, online, on the go. Fox 4's breaking news tracker. Only on Fox 4 Morning News. Closed captioning sponsored by Naples Harley-Davidson.
With a new collection of residences and an amenity-rich lifestyle ready to enjoy, there's so much to love at Lely Resort. Picture 3 championship golf courses, 4 magnificent clubhouses, and world-class tennis. Experience our fully furnished models and a dazzling selection of new and move-in ready homes in this award-winning community, all ready for living. Lely Resort
by Stock Development.
Something new has arrived. Uniquely designed for the driven. Introducing the first ever Infiniti QX30 crossover. Lease the first ever all-wheel drive Infiniti QX30 for $299 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
1977, Disco, Bell Bottoms, and Ford F-Series starts its epic run as the best-selling trucks in America. 2017, F-Series is still king for 40 straight years. Why? Rock-solid durability, up-to-the nanosecond technology, and jaw-dropping capability. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 40 straight years.
Now get F-150 for only $329 a month for 36 months with just $4,459 cash due at signing. Only at your South Florida Ford stores.
It's not just a car. It's your daily retreat. Innovative technology, refined styling. That feeling you can only find in a Lexus. Go ahead, spoil yourself. The ES and ES Hybrid.
Take advantage of special President's Day offers now through the 28th on the 2017 ES350.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Happening tonight, the Secret Service investigating if someone threw a rock at President Trump's motorcade while he was driving to his Mar-a-Lago estate. This is all according to our sister station in Palm Beach on the East Coast, where they were talking to a gas station owner who says that the Secret Service took all of his surveillance video to review it. Now, the Secret Service is not commenting. We'll let you know if we hear anything else.
A month into President Trump's first 100 days and some big moves on Obamacare could be a little bit closer at hand now. President Trump paying a visit to Boeing in South Carolina on his way to Mar-a-Lago, and Republican lawmakers in Washington are gearing up to tackle replacing Obamacare. Republicans have given themselves a 200-day deadline to not only repeal and replace Obamacare, but also reform the entire U.S. tax code. Disagreements, though, continue on key details among Republicans, so the exact dates for those changes are still unknown at this point.
An Associated Press story says that President Trump is considering calling up 100,000 National Guard soldiers to round up illegal immigrants. It sent the White House scrambling, calling it 100% not true. But what power does the president have when it comes to activating Guard troops? Some people are wondering that tonight. They are generally under the command of the governor of each state, but the president can't get the governor's permission to use them, or if a national emergency is declared, he can use them as well.
The president taking to Twitter today accusing the national news outlets of being, quote, the enemy of the American people, end quote. Now, the tweet was deleted, but then it was tweeted again with several changes.
A War Heroes medal stolen right out of his home. His plea for help tonight to get them back.
How would you feel if a stranger injured your child but couldn't get in trouble for it, even if it's caught on the surveillance video? Why the stranger says he hurt the child on purpose. You're watching Fox 4 News at 11.
There's nothing like a President's Day weekend road trip in a new Volkswagen. Except maybe a President's Day weekend road trip in a new Volkswagen after getting a $500 bonus. Right now, you can get a President's Day bonus on a new 2017 Jetta or Passat. Hurry in and you can lease this 2017 Jetta S for just $159 a month, plus a $500 President's Day bonus.
Loosen up your look at Men's Warehouse. We'll show you how to go casual with suits only $229. Lose a layer and add a tie, now 3 for $60. Plus, build your casual wardrobe when you buy one, get one free throughout the store. Men's Warehouse.
Dad, is that my toothbrush?
No, it's your mother's.
When it drives and looks like new, you'll treat it like new. Certified pre-owned by BMW. Take advantage of financing as low as 0.9% on select certified pre-owned models.
Come discover the season of what's next at Quail West, including a redesigned clubhouse and new residences from the area's premier builders.
What makes a great custom suit? Fabric sourced from the finest Italian mills, details hand-picked by you, and made right here in America in just 3 weeks. I'm Joseph Aboud. This is my custom suit. Now available at Men's Warehouse.
Live from Southwest Florida's news source. News with Patrick Nolan, Amy Wegman, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley. This is Fox 4 News at 11.
A stranger says he intentionally hurt a child at a playground, and it's all caught on camera, but police cannot do a thing about it. 4 News Corner's Darcy Spears sitting down with the boy and his mom.
The giggles and screams of excited children provide the soundtrack for fun at Kangamoo Indoor Playground on East Sunset. But for the Uckel family on a recent visit there, the fun came to a screeching halt.
We were there playing, and my son ran up to me with his hands over his face, crying, and said, "Mom, somebody hurt me."
In Kangamoo's surveillance video, you can see 6-year-old Dominic coming around a corner, pushing a plastic car toward another child. That child's father then kicks the car, which goes backward into Dominic's face, bloodying his nose.
He kicked the car in the front of it and it back, and it was in the air and it hit my nose.
Did it hurt?
Mm-hmm.
What did it feel like?
It felt like it was on fire.
The man who kicked the car pushes it out of the way and walks into another room as Dominic runs to his mother, and his friend covers his mouth in shock. After the bleeding stopped, Dominic's nose was swollen and slightly bruised, but not broken.
As I watched it happen, my jaw dropped. I thought, oh my gosh, how could someone do that?
Kangamoo owners Mimi and Sean Wachter
definitely unacceptable.
See it the same way.
If this happened anywhere in the valley, we hope business people do jump in, hold people accountable.
2 staff members documented the incident in this report after confronting the dad who kicked the car, saying he was unapologetic and made it clear it was intentional.
Yeah, he just walked away, didn't care.
What may look like a blind corner in the surveillance video, in fact, isn't blind at all. You can see all the way around before you even come around, and there are multiple opportunities to react.
Pick your kid up. If you think your kid's gonna get hurt, pick him up.
Metro was called, and staff handed officers a witness statement saying the dad in the video accused Dominic of running over other kids and that he stopped the car with a deliberate forward kick. Staff also said the dad felt his response wasn't inappropriate.
As a parent, I don't see how that would ever be an appropriate reaction to anybody's child.
A retired police lieutenant says there is no case here because there's no evidence of criminal intent. Dominic's mother, though, believes there is a case, and she says if anyone were to have done that to their own child, that could possibly be considered child abuse. The father, though, didn't want to be interviewed and says he is sorry that Dominic got hurt.
Caught on camera, the store employee making a one-handed scoop, catching a child before he hit the floor. Good reflexes, right? Store surveillance showing the dad putting the son down on the counter, the toddler losing his balance, starting to fall, and about to get really hurt there. The employee flexes at the camera, gives little thumbs up after that. He was proud of himself. He should be. A laptop computer turning into a real problem burst into flames while the owner was just a foot away from it. Sparks from the fire shooting across the room actually caught the couch on fire. There's a hole in the glass table now. Even the AC window unit's damaged. The culprit, a lithium-ion battery bought online for $11.
Kept going boom, boom, boom like that, and I was ducking, and I got one of these claw things, and I was grabbing the batteries that were flying around and throwing them in the bucket.
So glad he didn't get hurt. The fire department says the lithium batteries are the ones in hoverboards that caused those fires nationwide a couple years ago. State Department of Fire Services is now taking all of this as evidence to see if there might be a dangerous trend with such batteries.
An Army veteran is heartbroken tonight at the loss of his Medals of Valor, including his Purple Heart. The medals were securely hidden away in a briefcase in his home, but he and his wife had to evacuate because of that Oroville Dam emergency, and someone broke into their home and stole them.
It's not something you talk about. One day you'd be able to tell them, but...
He wanted these medals to be given to his grandsons.
It's just not right to do that to a hero.
So upsetting. Well, he received those medals almost 50 years ago when his air ambulance responded to a military aircraft that was down in enemy territory. The thieves also stole some jewelry from their home, some of which was a family heirloom.
Railroad tracks washed away by erosion from a river in Washington state. Look at the video showing the damage. You can see a portion of the ground under the railroad tracks just washed away, and the tracks seem to be floating on water. We are counting down now. Going to be a long holiday weekend for a lot of people, and it looks like the weather's going to cooperate for President's Day.
Yes, it is. I know you're real excited about
He is.
President's Day is getting a lot more attention from Fox 4 than years past this year, and I'm not quite sure why, but I think it's time to have another holiday and another long weekend.
There you go.
Yeah, well, looks like the weather is going to be just fine for it. Just a real small chance for showers. We actually need some rain. We really need it. We'll get a better chance next week. But chance for rain this weekend, about 30% later tomorrow to tomorrow night. And that's really about the best we're going to do as far as that's concerned. But if you have any outdoor plans, right now the weather looking very good, especially as we get into your Sunday, which I think actually will be the better of the 2 days. Again, tomorrow won't be that bad. 50s and 60s right now. Here's your planning forecast through tomorrow morning. Again, as you wake up, temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 50s. And then by lunchtime, getting up to around 80 degrees with a mixture of cloud and sunshine here through the afternoon. Just some high clouds streaming across the area, and that actually may help to keep temperatures up overnight. We're going with a low about 54, but some areas actually will likely be a little bit warmer than that. And the reason why we're seeing these clouds is as a result of the storm system. This is the one that's going to give us a slight chance for rain tomorrow. Notice most of the rain is across the northern portions of the Gulf Coast, and we expect this to continue translating eastward. So in other words, most of this is going to be staying north of southwest Florida. We're going to get kind of grazed by this system as it moves on by. So only really a slight chance for some showers later tomorrow into tomorrow night, and perhaps lasting even into early Sunday morning. But overall, the weekend looking fine. Most of the tomorrow, again, is going to be relatively rain-free, and the same thing coming up on Sunday with a mixture of cloud and sunshine. Again, temperatures tomorrow morning into the middle 50s, and then highs tomorrow afternoon, topping out around 80 degrees, some spots in the upper 70s, depending on how early the cloud cover starts moving to your area. Tonight, down to 54. Again, some spots will be a little bit warmer than that, especially if the clouds end up being a little bit thicker, those high clouds, and that'll keep the temperatures up a little bit more. Tomorrow, around 81. Increasing clouds later in the afternoon, winds out of the southwest at about 5 to 10. Your Ingman Marine forecast, winds out of the south in the afternoon at 10 knots, seas running about 2 feet. And it looks like there is a very low risk for lightning tomorrow out over the open water, if storms do happen to pop up later in the day. Here's your 7-day forecast. Again, that chance for rain tomorrow, about 30% is going to be later in the evening into tomorrow night. Early Sunday, President's Day, yeah, it looks just fine. Clouds, sunshine, 85. And then by the middle part of the week, the next Wednesday system is the one that we're going to have to watch for the possibility of some heavy rainfall. We desperately need it. It looks like that'll be our best shot. Okay? We'll send it right back over to you.
Florida Billy Pasola Sr. right here, and I'm telling you, it's going to continue this month, folks. Don't miss the opportunity. A cruise for two, $1,000 match up to it. That's right, $1,000. And I might wrap up a contract. Come see us. It's going to be, you know.
Take a look at these barbecue trophies. Best cracked pepper sauce. Most ribs eaten while calf roping.
Yep. Greatness deserves recognition. You got any trophies, cowboy?
Well, there's this one.
Best insurance mobile app.
Yep, 3 years in a row.
Well, I'll be. Does that thing just follow you around?
Like a little puppy.
The award-winning Geico app. Download it today. The show must go on at Camping World of Fort Myers. Take advantage of extended show pricing now through February 28th. Prices have been slashed. Now's the time to buy from America's #1 RV and outdoor retailer. Browse over 200 new and pre-owned RVs with models to fit every lifestyle, like a new 2017 Towable starting at only $179 per month, or a new 2017 motorhome as low as $459 per month. Low finance rates available. Don't miss your last chance for exclusive show discounts at Camping World of Fort Myers.
It's hard being a smoker. I've heard all the lectures.
You know, you shouldn't smoke.
I know all the signs. I've seen all the faces. I know the money it costs me. But that doesn't change the fact that it's hard to quit.
Quit your way with Tobacco Free Florida. With free patches, text messaging, emails, phone, group, and web coaching. Call or visit tobaccofreeflorida.com.
It takes several sources of energy to bring you energy. There's natural gas, nuclear, solar, and another source that's, well, pretty darn special. Florida Power and Light.
Now to the end of the month, don't miss the opportunity whether you buy a Rio, a Forte, a Cadenza. I really don't care. You're going to get the Cruise for 2. You're going to get that $1,000 match. You might even rip up a contract. Don't miss the opportunity. Right here for Facility Kia. It's huge.
A Texas woman hopes to be the first person with Down syndrome to finish the Austin Marathon. Kaylee Williamson has been training and working on her stability and technique to conquer this 26-mile marathon. She's already run a 10-mile race before, and many are hoping her journey will inspire other people.
We're really hoping that Kaylee's story will inspire other parents and other Down syndrome people to look into a sport that they may have not considered in the past.
Kaylee says her mother got her into running and says it has changed her life. She says her goal is to help change other people's lives as well.
Stick with us. One last look at your forecast next on Fox 4 News at 11.
Ever wish you could say whatever you wanted?
Mayonnaise. Sour.
She's so crazy.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 4.
In Clewiston.
In your corner.
Fox 4.
For almost 60 years, we've been getting up extra early at Perkins to deliver a delicious breakfast to this great country. And now we'd like to welcome you to the Great American Breakfast. We've traveled coast to coast to find the freshest ingredients and tastiest combinations for you and your family. And we think you're gonna love what we found. So stop by for 8 new creations that celebrate the best of breakfast in America. The Great American Breakfast, only at Perkins.
You can tell just by looking, it's a stock signature home. We create exquisite homes that make masterful statements and are irresistibly inviting to live in. Every stock signature home is quality crafted with beautifully detailed interiors and extraordinary outdoor spaces, all from the region's most respected name in luxury home building, celebrating 15 years of excellence in Southwest Florida.
Since the beginning, there's been one pioneering light, illuminating the path for others to follow. The distinctive Audi LED technology, designed to see and be seen. This is how an Audi earns its rings. LED technology, found in the Audi A4. Get an exceptional offer at your local Audi dealer. Supreme performance, advanced intelligence, or breathtaking style, there's a C-Class just for you. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Lease the C300 sedan for $389 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
All right, chance for rain this weekend is very small. The rest of it looks fine. Sunshine, 83 on Sunday. President's Day look good, and then we're going to be tracking some rain in the middle of next week.
Nice weather. Don't forget, kids have a long weekend. Maybe some of you guys do as well.
And we want to thank you for being a part of our newscast tonight and for making us Southwest Florida's #1 primetime and late night newscast, presented consecutively on the same station in the 5-county area of Southwest Florida. It's an honor, a pleasure, and a little bit of a surprise. Much appreciated. You guys want to say anything? Thank